Okay, well, the daily outlook, there's only a couple of pairs on the watch list. Usually that is the case going into Monday, but then I let Monday unfold and things become a lot more clear from there. But nevertheless, there is a couple of pairs that are setting up um, at the start of the week that I quite like the look of. Aussie New Zealand being one of them. You can see if I put this level on the chart, you can see that we've bounced here. So support, support, support. A lot of bounces here, a lot of trying to get below this level feeling. We have a deviation here before rallying, and we have a deviation here before rallying. So around this area becomes important for me to watch. That's what I want to see. So let's just go down into the lower time frames. H1 is where I'll be looking at this. So this is our a weekly level around. So I'm just going to put this level as well. So this is previous week's lows. If you put the day dividers on, a couple of weeks ago this was a low and then a low here. Looks significant. I would want price to stay above this level now. I'm trying to get involved in this. I'd wait for Monday's range to play out and then use Monday's range to get in, get out. I do not want to see it breaking below this level and attacking these lows. If it does that, then the trade idea is off. But this low shouldn't go, and I'm looking to play it to at least here, which would be around halfway of previous Monday's range here. I'm targeting this area because if it's going to be a proper sweep of these highs, I do think we get a proper couple of pips above that, and that's coming off the weekly levels. Plus we're getting a bit of a squeeze on the monthly. It's just going sideways, so we're stuck in a bit of a range. So once we get to the bottom of the range, we do expect a bit of a bounce up. It's just logical thinking, going with the highest probabilities. So this move down probably sucked a lot of people in. Then we rated lows into a higher time frame level, back above this level. So looking for it to shoot up and hit this level. Hopefully we can get involved. Seems to be a little bit tight, but if we get quite a nice Monday's range, maybe lower on Tuesday, then we can pivot off that and get involved in that. So moving on to dollar Swissy. This is the only pair that interests me as well. Although we caught a lot of yen pairs, I think the move's overstretched a bit and it'll be hard to get in on any pullbacks if it's going to drop further. So in dollar Swissy, we did catch a nice trade off dollar Swissy. If we go to the monthly, you can see that this is an inside month, which we like to trade. Inside month, right above, and shot down. So expecting these lows to go. Also, there is a gap just before these lows. Get involved. Let's just take that off. We're aiming for the gap fill. We've always been aiming for the gap fill. We've had some nice trades, Monday range trades. We've used this Monday's range to play short, which we got a nice couple of pips out of, and over here we've played Monday's range with a nice amount of pips there. That was actually very nice. So we have this gap that we're aiming for. Do want a bit of a pullback up into these levels. That would be this previous Monday's range. Seems to be important with support and resistance. If we can develop some sort of Monday range, use the bottom of it to get in, then I think we could get a decent trade out of that. But it's all dependent on the pullback. Sometimes I might have a sneaky suspicion that it's going to drop straight away, but there's no real logical place for me to put my stop loss, so I'm not advising that. I'm waiting for Monday's range to play out as usual. Yeah, nothing else really on the radar. We were hunting dollar Swiss shorts last week, which we got. Let me just clear that off. Said last week, if we take out Monday's low, let me just put that out. Get below Monday's low again, sells off. That would be a logical trade, which we got. And dollar yen is also a trade that we got. Took out a previous month's high. We used Monday's range to get in. Was this a logical place to take a trade? If we go to the daily, we have a swing high. This is the places, if you watch the levels video, that I'm telling you to trade. Swing highs and swing lows. We come up and we look for people that be trapped in that. So this, and we're coming up into support and resistance. Like, it's so logical and easy. You don't have to overcomplicate things. So going into next week, dollar Swiss shorts, we're looking for a bit of a pullback, and Aussie New Zealand, we're looking for a bit of a rally on this one. So we'll wait till Monday ranges play out, and then a lot more pairs will become clear to me, and we'll update that. But it's nice to get a little video out and just get a little bit of get back into the swing of things. It was a crazy week last week in the program. A lot of trades caught, so hopefully we can do the same this week. And yeah, I'll see you in the group.